What's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Happy Friday, cuzzos. Usually I would be live by now. It's 9:44, so I would have been live by now. But man, I ain't getting no rest. Um, just a lot. So again, the streets will always be fed. Y'all know I got y'all back, so I'm going forever. Whether it's live or I got to pre-record it and just upload it here on YouTube. We gonna get to the money. Before I go any further, make sure y'all like, please. I can't stress that enough. Please like these streams up. Help it get into the algorithm. It'll get around the people who may not be familiar with the channel, and you never know who it may help. And we all about trying to help each other. It's us against the book. So make sure y'all liking these streams up. These pre-records. I mean, subscribe if you're not, so you can always be notified when new videos drop, which is every day, whether I go live early on Twitch or I just straight come here with a pre-record. And share, share it on whatever platform you may be on. Again, let's just get the word around and try to help people who we are trying to win. And baseball ain't an easy sport to bet. So let's make sure we do that. So let's get into this stream. First thing first. Oh, before I start, y'all know we always start here. I go over to Ballpark and I'm looking at what we looking at, like kind of like an overlay of the slate. So let me put this like this. Okay, so combined effect. This is a stadium, which you can see by itself as well. So if you ever want to know which stadiums is like more home run friendly, just stadium only. Of course, the higher the plus green sign is, the more home run friendly it is. So you can see the home run friendly parks. If you want to know who got favorable weather conditions today, that'll also show you this. The easiest thing to do is if you go to combine, this would be stadium plus weather, plus weather. So you can see which games you kind of want to target for homers today. That should be able to get more homers than an average day. Arizona Athletics, Dodgers, Tampa Bay, Pittsburgh at Colorado. And if you notice, all of these that we're looking at is damn near all home run friendly parks. Nationals, Cincinnati, things of that nature. Then you got some down here that's like in the red that you want to try to avoid. That can be because of the park and or the weather condition. I also look at projections. We always look at projections, and it's always close. 36 3 days ago, 38. I mean, it was 40. 2 days ago, it was 36. It ended up being 40. Yesterday, the projected was 8. It ended up being 7. So it's always around the ballpark of this number. So it's always good that, well, at least for me, at least I can kind of see what kind of slate I'm going into because they taking into account pitchers, parks, weather, and that's where this projection is coming from. So today it's a even 34 home runs projected. Here you can kind of see which games, which actually we've seen already from here with these greens. You can see which games are projecting the most homers and individual teams. So it's kind of like giving you like a guide of where you want to target and where you want to avoid. They got the White Sox Angels projected at 3, Arizona Athletics 3, Pittsburgh, Colorado 3, Citizens Bank 3, damn near. So you can see which teams are they projecting to get the most homers out of those games. And then again, you can see which parks and which games you might want to avoid far as homers. And again, that's taking into account weather. It could be wind blowing in, double digit winds or just a non-friendly park. So it's telling you like kind of, like I said, use it as a guide. It ain't an end all be all, but use it as a guide because it's pretty accurate. And we've seen that for y'all who I just started doing this with in the last 4 5 days, how close the actual home runs be to the early morning projections that we look at. So just keep that in mind. All right, so it's a lot I'm seeing. So this is like just a summary over here, ballpark weather. This is just a summary of the full slate. So I noticed that Great American Park was towards the bottom today. I seen Wrigley at the bottom. I seen a few of these at the bottom. Now let's look at this. Like what I'm noticing is it's not as hot across the league as it's been this last week. I see 2 games that's over 83. I'm sorry. 3 games over 80 degrees. We've been seeing great 80-degree, 90-degree weather all week. Notice today is not as hot around the league. Why does that matter? Because the hotter it is, the further the ball will carry. Also, what I'm noticing is a lot of winds coming in. So you got like this not coming in. This look like it's going left to right, but like coming in, coming in. You got a lot of games down here that's looking like the wind is coming in. Most importantly, the one that matters the most, and now it makes sense why. Pay attention here. Look who's at the very bottom. And now I see why. Remember what I told y'all. If you don't know, Chicago is the most wind receptive park in the league. Some parks, just the architect of the park, the way it's set up, it's meant or it's made to be able to stop wind coming in and out. So certain parks, winds don't affect the same. It doesn't matter about that. So it doesn't affect those the same. Wrigley is one that it does. So what I mean by that is whatever you see the wind say, that's what's going to happen. So this 14-degree wind coming in, it's going to be very, very, very hard for home runs today, because that 14 mile an hour can feel like 20, 25 in Wrigley because it's so wind receptive the way the park is constructed. When the wind is going out, we've all seen what happened. When this double-digit wind's going out, it's a home run derby. When this double-digit wind's coming in, it's not as much going on because that wind, if nowhere else, it matters at Wrigley in Chicago. So keep that in mind. Hold on. We got Braves. I'm sorry. Hold on. Give me 1 second, Joe. Okay, so I'm sorry. Braves Reds. We got an early game at 12:40. We got 76-degree weather, which we just talking about, and we got 11 mile an hour winds left to right. So keep that in mind. Which will favor lefties. Keep that, wind going to right field that fast, that'll help lefties who pull to right field. Let's say Bryce Elder, 17 homers, 7 to lefties, 10 to righties. This is a person you definitely want to target. He giving up damn near 2 homers a game to both hands. 11% barrel to 1, 9% to 1, consistent hard hits, and fly balls result in the home runs. So keep that in mind. Brady Singer, 13 homers, 10 to lefties, 3 to righties. You can see Brady Singer, his weakness is the left hand. It's not as much going on, and it don't got nothing to do with less homers. We've seen that don't really matter. Pay attention to everything else around that. So with that being said, you got like he only giving up like less than 1 homer, a low barrel, low hard hits, lower fly balls, and the fly balls don't really result in the homers. So it's more along the lines of those lefties that you might want to look at when you looking at this screen. All right, so and they already done confirmed what's the name? The Reds lineup. So the thing about that, when you click here, now we ain't got to worry about the extras. It's gonna be the 9 that they playing in order. So keep that in mind. Hold on, trying to get. I got so much going on, but I'm trying to make sure I'm getting everything out to y'all. Hold on. Okay, so Gavin Lux. We're gonna start here. Let's see. Let's go last 10. Let's see if he got anything dominant more so. I mean, he throw the slider and the sinker the most. See if that changed anything. Nope. Matt McClain, last 10, sinker sliders. That what all he throwing to the? Okay, that's his main thing. Mainly the sinker too, but I'll leave them both. Ellie. Shout out Ellie. Look like he back in his mojo. It looked like he in another good spot again today. 40% fly ball, 20 home run to fly ball ratio, 40% hard hit his last 5. You can see yesterday he find, first homer I think since June 23rd, a damn piss missile. So he looked like he in a prime spot. And I say it all the time, it's kind of like a 3-point shooter to me. Like all they need to do is see one go in. And in this case, that means, go over the net. I mean over the fence. And that's all they be needing. And then it's like they get that groove back because he been hitting well. And if you look versus righties, he's been hitting well all year. He got a 300 batting average, 541 slug, 237 ISO. He just had been hitting a lot of ground balls, just base hits. But Hopefully this changed for the best. He had 325 today. He's in a good spot. Let's see that. Oh shit. Last 10, sinker slider. He got the fly ball. The thing is, he ain't getting no power behind this with a lower barrel. So it might just be like total base. Because he another one who been in a good spot against righties all year. 600 slug, 280 ISO. That's crazy power. That's crazy power. Spencer Steer. See last 86-0 against the sinker slider. Let me see. Sinker alone. Let me try that with Marte too, since it's 50% of that sinker. Jake Fraley. Last 5, 20% barrel. Last 10, 10% barrel. 40% fly, 10, 40. 40, 20, 20. So he's super sinker slider heavy if you just look at his main 2 pitches. And the last time Jake Fraley seen one, he went yard. 40, 20, 60. He might be in a sneaky spot. I don't see a line for him, but watch Jake Fraley today. Definitely watch Jake Fraley. 94 exit velo, same thing. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna look at these top 2. 100 exit velo, 10% barrel. 101 the last 5. 80% line drive, 70% line drive. So this might be a lot of TBs. I didn't even know he went there, y'all. Keep Brian Hayes till yesterday. So yeah, Ellie De La Cruz, and then I'm sure he gonna be with long shot odds. I would definitely be watching what's the name, Jake Fraley today, because it looked like he loved those 2 pitches. So keep that in mind when you going through this and looking at them. Hold on. All right, we move over to the Braves. All right, where we at? All right, where we at? Let's start at the top. Matt Olson. Anything over here that we need to be? He's like he another one where it's like they super sinker slider. Got the power for sure. Is you hitting at least fly ball, ground ball over the last 10, no fly balls. 20% barrel. Okay, those more even. I'll leave them both. Last 5, 20% barrel. So we got a 20% barrel, 40% fly ball, 40% hard hit. I know a lot of people was on him yesterday, so he might be that day late because it looked like he got good metrics again today. So Riley might go again. Not go again, but he didn't go yesterday when everybody was on him, so he might go today. Definitely got to look at these top 2 pitches. 10%, 40, 20, 30. 20% barrel, 20% fly, 60 line drive, 40 hard hit, 40, 20, 40, 40. If you look at the sinker slider over 10 at bats, 90, 20, 30, 50, 10. Michael Harris might be in a sneaky spot. And Michael Harris have been going crazy post All-Star break. Absolutely crazy. Since the All-Star. That's something I do know for sure. So you might want to watch that because he might be on to something today. He might be in a sneaky spot. Ozuna. Last 10. Nick Allen, Baldwin. Let's go this sinker slider. Last 10, last 5, 20%. 40, 40. Just a lower exit velo. Sean Murphy. Oh, so these pitches he ain't fucking with, I see. Because yesterday he was lit up. I don't know. We know Acuna not playing. Eli White, Profar. Last 10 look crazy. 10. Let's see. Okay, 95-20, seeing a sinker slider from a righty. Last 5, 92-20, 20% fly, 40 line drive, 40, 20, 20, 60. Watch Profar. Again, it's a 20, but it's not far from the other ones. With a 20% barrel and a 95 exit velo. And again, he another lefty. at 470. He another lefty. So this win going double digits to right field should help these left-hand batters today. He back? I don't know if he back, but see, this says since April. I think he down in what's the name? So Riley, and you got a couple sneaky spots with Michael Harris, I'm sorry, and Profar. But if I had to just pick one, I'm definitely gonna go with this Riley to the two pitches he gonna see. And him, I'm banking on that day late. That might be a thing today with him. So keep that in mind for sure. All right, boom, boom. All right, we move Orioles Cubs. Again, this is the one, like, it's not the hottest of weather, but it's 14 miles coming in, so be very careful. Trevor Rogers, 2 homers, 0 to lefties, 2 to righties. One thing I would note about him is you definitely want to target a righty, but even then, he give up the hard hits. It's not a high barrel percentage, less than 1 a game. And the bigger thing I'm noticing with the lefties is no homers, but on top of that, he don't give up fly balls to left-hand batters. 6% fly ball ratio is crazy. So definitely keep that in mind. You might want to stay away from all lefties. All right, let's go. This is a left-hand pitcher, so we're going to start from the top. Pete Crow. Let's see. Where you at, Pete Crow? Is anything dominant to the lefties? See, he got these higher. I'm looking at these top two: 94 10, 93, 40 40 40, 50 20 40. These good metrics for sure. But look, I ain't never seen Pete Crow odds at 700. That got to do with a lot. The park conditions, and I'm assuming that no home runs to lefties. 96 10. You got heavy on the four seam. Last 10 at bats, last 5. 30%, 20. Swanson, all the righties seeing heavy four seams. 99 exit velo, no fly balls. Nico Horner. Y'all gonna see a lot of four seams. Where you at? Kyle Tucker. Look at the sinker in the four seam. Last 10. Change the four seam. Oh, it's gonna be the four. I'm tripping. My bad, y'all. Last 10, 86 10. 50% fly, 10% 30. Plus 800. Again, if you're gonna take anything, no matter who we find, I would probably go total basis. So if somebody can sneak and get one in, at least you know that, you know what I'm saying, you got multiple ways of cashing, but be very careful with that. Be very careful. 93-20 for Michael Bush. He definitely been going crazy. Last 5, not so much, but let's say last 10. He's super dominant with the sinker and the four seam. 30% barrel, 90 exit velo, 50% fly, 10-30. These are great metrics in StatCast. These is exactly what we want when we're looking for home runs. They don't even have his lineup. Again, I would probably pivot to total bases, doubles, and things of that nature. With the way that this is set up by far, because honestly, let me see. What am I looking for? Okay. Matt Shaw. Matt Shaw. Where is he saying this? All right, Matt Shaw. What is he dominant to? Oh, this four seam. You a righty? Okay. Matt Shaw. Kelly. Four seam. I know for sure you a righty. I'm not even mad that none of this is sticking out, to be honest, because I know for sure I most likely wouldn't have played it anyway. So the best spots that we seen was Ian Happ, especially to this four seam. Like, he hit a consistent amount of fly ball, some sneaky spots, and Bush, who actually a lefty who hitting lefties well. He gonna see a lot of four seam sinkers. So you see the fly ball there. The home run per fly ball, 30% hard hit, 30% barrel over 10 at bats. Last five, 20% barrel. But again, just be very careful. That's all I'm gonna say about that. As far as this, if you want to take any of these players, just pivot to total bases. K. Horton, 7 homers, 2 to lefties, 5 to righties. It's clear which side is the more dominant side that you want to probably approach, where he giving up more homers per 9, higher barrel, more hard hits, higher fly ball percent, and a higher home run to fly ball ratio. So again, you want to probably target righties on him. Don't mean a lefty can't go, but with these conditions, I wouldn't force it. He four seam heavy, 20% barrel, 92 exit velo last 10, hitting fly balls, consistent hard hits. Jackson Holiday is in a good spot. I mean, just look at their odds. He at plus 900. You know something going on. Gunnar Henderson, last 10, 96-30 against all the pitches. And I know he's going to go four seam heavy. So 99-20 over the last 10. Last 5, 101-40. That's crazy. Hella line drives last 5. Okay, so he been hitting a lot of line drives. Consistent hard hits for sure. They got him at plus 680. All of these numbers are crazy inflated as far as they odds. And it's because of that 14 mile an hour. Now, like I tell y'all any other time, if you still want to take your chance and sprinkle on it because you're going to take advantage of the value you're going to get for these conditions, by all means. But if not necessarily for value purposes, just leave it alone. Last 5, last 10, 95-20. Again, he pitched 54% four seams, 96-20 for Adley Rutschman, 40% fly, 10% hard hit, 70%, 10% home run to fly ball, 70% hard hit. These is prime conditions you want from the StatCast to these metrics. They don't have a line for him, but he would be somebody you want to look at if you are going to go home runs in this game, because there's some spots I see for sure. These is about the same percent, so I'll leave that alone. 91 exit velo, 30, 40, 40, 20, 40, 60. Jordan Westberg at 650 might be in a sneaky spot. So it's the lefties that he go four seam heavy too. Got it. 40% fly, 50% hard hit. Colton Cowles are in a good spot as far as metrics and StatCast. 95-30. He been going absolutely crazy. He gonna see both pitches. Last 5, 97-40. So he in a groove, and he's actually been hitting with more power in his more recent at-bats. Last 10, 50% fly ball, 40% hard hit, 10% home run to fly ball ratio. He's in a good spot. You getting him at plus 560. See if we got anybody else. I watch him. He always in a sneaky spot. So yeah, you got Holiday. And again, these people that we looking at, you can also just take them for TBs and call it a day. Jackson Holiday, Gunnar Henderson, Adley Rutschman, Cowser. When you look at, like, especially with this 54% four seam, and Tyler O'Neill, all are in good spots. You got a good 2 total base life for sure in this game, if nothing else. If nothing else, you definitely got a good 2 TBs in this game. All right, so yeah, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on that because again, those conditions are definitely not the best for home runs. Tigers at Phillies. For y'all who newer and don't know, Phillies is definitely a park you target for lefties. They got like top 3 parks for lefties with the short porch in the right field. You got Jack, 19 homers, 10 to lefties, 9 to righties. He giving up almost 2 homers to lefties, about a homer and a half to righties. You can see he got a 9% barrel to one hand, 13. So definitely look at these at light green spots. You're looking for those green spots. Those are telling you which side of the which hand batters you want to target more. Ranger Suarez, 6 homers, 1 to lefties, 5 to righties. Again, he don't got a lot of going on over here as far as the low barrels, low home run per 9. So keep that in mind when you're looking at these batters. Kyle Sword look crazy at 275. Those are actually good odds. You could put that on a 2-man and call it a day. 50% fly ball, 20% home run to fly ball. Everything is mashed. Is there anything here super heavy on the four seam? Look, 40, 20, 70, and all the metrics stay the same. 100 exit velo, 40 barrel, over 10 at bats is insane. 140 over last 5. Insane. So definitely keep that in mind. Kyle Schwarber's in a great spot today. All right, so we got Trey Turner, 93 exit velo last 10, 99 last 5. So he got the power. Let me make sure. Oh, heavy four seams. Let's look at that. Crazy power. What's the issue? 40, 60, nothing there. 40, 60, nothing there. I don't know what the problem, why they're not considering no barrels, but at plus 575 with that power, hitting consistent fly balls, Trey Turner at plus 575 is in a great spot. And Wynn is going to left field. I know it favors righties just by the park structure, but that Wynn will help these lefties. That's pulling to left field. So keep that in mind. 10%. Oh, let me get here. 81-10. Let me see. All four seams coming y'all way. And nothing. We looked at him. Bryson Stott. See all four seams. 50% fly, 40 hard hit, 60-40 with an 89 exit velo. He might be a sneaky, y'all. That plus 1,000 looking kind of crazy. You might want to watch that. Bryson Stott, and he a lefty. Remember that. Them lefties love playing. I tweet it all the time. Lefties love playing in Philly. Remuto. I got to look at everybody with the four seam because that's what they're going to see. Oh, 94 exit velo. Okay, now what's the issue here? 50, 30, 20, 50, 60, 40, 40. Kepler. Last 10. 94 exit velo, 10% barrel, 40% fly, 10-50. Now, against the four seam, 93, that barrel went down. The fly ball still went there, inconsistent on the hard hits, though. And then last 5 is more line drives, and then the hard hits get more consistent. So, Bryce Harper, 92 with a 30% barrel. Consistent fly balls, elite home run to fly ball ratio, 50% hard hit. So this looks prime. 40, 20, 20. Now, let me see. Now we need to look at this four seam. 20% barrel over 5, 40% barrel over 10. So this look great. You see a lot of bright green down here. This look great. Make sure he's still getting the, 60%. Still got that elite home run to fly ball ratio. Consistent hard hits. At plus 400. What? Bryce Harper's in a great spot with great value. Brandon Marsh. Let's see, four seam, 89 exit velo, 50% fly, 40 hard hit, 40-40. The only thing is it's lower exit velo. I don't know. He been going crazy since post All-Star break 2 in the sneaky spot. Rojas, all y'all gonna see crazy amount of four seams, 50%. Sosa. $94.10, 30, 50, 60, 40, 20, 80. What's his odds, y'all? Every time we talk about him, he go yard. Plus 700. Watch him in a sneaky spot at good value. No line. No line. So you got the obvious people for sure. The Chalks, Swarb, and Bryce Harper for sure. And then I also like 2 people that's in a sneaky spot. Bryson Stott is in a sneaky spot. A crazy amount of fly balls, 40% hard hit. And also this Kemp. Kemp got 20%. Isolate the four seam, 99 exit velo with a 40 fly ball ratio percent. So he's at plus, I think it was 7. He's at plus 700. Bryson Stott is at plus 1,000. But Bryce Harper being at plus 400 is insane. And then Kyle Schwarber, believe it or not, at plus 275 is good. If you've been watching his odds all year, you know that that's actually some of the better odds for him to be in one of his amazing park, great condition, great metrics, and then he like 18 homers at home with a 16 slug. This is exactly where you want to have Kyle Schwarber at playing here at home for lefties. And if you don't know, let me see, where is he at? You can see where majority of his homers coming from. Let's So, take these outs. So you can see he loved this little right side. And that's definitely gonna help. That's definitely gonna help. So yeah, so you got a couple of them. Yo Chalks, the best two batters they got, both lefties in great spots. And then you got two what do you call them? Two long shots. One at plus 700 in Kemp, plus 1,000 on Stock. That's in sneaky spots. We move to Ranger Suarez side. And I think if I am mistaken, I seen some about him the other day where I think he got like the lowest ERA this year so far. So he's been doing very well with suppressing homers. Keeping homers in the park. So like whether they be flyouts or whatever the case may be, he definitely have been taking full advantage of that. So keep that in mind. Okay. Riley Green, let's see. Change up sinker. Where's the change up? Change up. Oh, the sinker definitely at 53%. Damn. And we know Riley Green struggles. He got 26 homers on the year. Going against lefty, going against lefties, he only got two. A lot of red going on. Not a much power with a crazy high K percent. So keep that in mind. Now righties, what are your? Oh, this is all about even. Okay, last 10. Torkelson is the opposite. Elite power, 600 slug, 327 ISO with 9 homers this season against left-hand pitchers. Now you got a 93 exit velo. That drops. Let me see. Are you hitting 20, 30, 20, 30? 40, 20, 0. And he had plus 500. Okay, that makes sense. He might just be like your total basis, but last 5, last 10, 98. A lot of ground balls. Yeah. And which hand was that? Lefty that hit. Okay. Okay, gotcha. Wanted to see what was that strong hand again. Zach McKinstry against lefties. This might be a breeze for Suarez. Hold on. Lefties see the sinker. Okay. Y'all don't see much of 95 exit velo, 30%, 60 plus 900. Watch Javier. 95 exit velo, he hitting with consistent power. The average that, and then he can get up there with a 30% fly ball. Like I said, we knew he had a consistent hard hit. I know it if you averaging a 95 exit velo or higher, you getting consistent hard. That hard hit percentage is gonna be high. Period. You ain't got nothing to worry about with that. Coke Keefe. Yeah, these lefties might be having to sit one down. Last 10, last 5. Let's see. 50% fly, 30%, 60, 20, 40 at plus 830. So watch these righties. Dylan is in a sneaky spot. 550 slug, 228 ISO. He been hitting them with some power as well. Heavy on the sinker to y'all lefties. Perez. Last 5, last 10. You're back 20% barrel. 94-40 over your last 5 at bats since you've been back seeing these pitches. Oh, heavy line drive. Let me see last 10. Yeah, heavy line. Total bases. Jake Rogers. 95 exit velo. Every time I say his name, y'all, he go yard. He go yard every time. So I don't know what to make of this. This look crazy though. I do know that much. He might go yard again. He go yard every time I mention him. 94-20 for Matt Vierlin. 40% fly, 40% hard hit. Last 5, 40% fly, 20% hard hit. 94 exit velo. 94 with a 20% barrel over 10 at bats at plus 900. It's all long shots in this game. That's crazy. Last 10, 87-10. Last 5, 92-20. 40% fly. Damn. 40% home run to fly ball. 40% hard hit. 30-20-30. It's all righties and it's all long shots. Javier, Dingler, Matt Vierlin, and Jamai Jones. And Jamai, all 4 of those are righties, and all 4 of those are long shots. definitely pay attention to that. Definitely pay attention to those 4. You could take all of them for 2 total bases. Shit, at those odds, you could sprinkle on all 4 of them. Taking them out, split it by 4, play all 4 for a homer. And if only one of them hit, it's crazy profit. You get more than one, you really up. But all you need is one at those odds. And you gonna hit for crazy amount. For a crazy amount. All right. Okay. Brewers Nationals, 72 degrees, 9-mile-an-hour winds coming in. So be careful. Nationals don't got the best park for homers already. And then you got 9-mile-an-hour winds coming in. And from what I'm looking at, because I can see a live feed, it's the move to 13-mile-an-hour coming in. It's the exact amount as the Orioles and Cubs. So just keep that in mind. Jose Quintana, 11 homers, 6 to lefties, 5 to righties. Mitchell Parker, 13 homers, 3 to lefties, 10 to righties. Again, come identify. Jose Quintana has enough innings pitched to where he giving up 6 homers to lefties with a 2.5, damn near 3 homers per 9. Higher barrel, so you can see which side you want to target. If you got any lefties that hit lefties well, that might be the spot you want to take. Same with Mitchell Parker. Look at where you see in the green spots, higher home run per 9s. Target those hand batters. Let's start up top. Sinker slurve. Sinker slurve. So you heavy on this sinker. James Wood, 97-20 over his last 10 at-bats to both pitches. To the sinker. The exit velo went up and the barrel. I mean, he hitting missiles. So he's actually seeing lefties well. The problem is he got a high ground ball percentage. 10% fly ball. Everything is hit hard, for sure. 60% over 5. Let me see if I add the slurve back in here. Yep, that don't really change much of nothing. That 550. So, again, I could tell today already when I looked at this slate, not like this, but when I looked at the weather conditions and the parks that was being played in, I noticed earlier that this was going to be a total base day for me. I noticed that out the gate. Once I seen the weather conditions and who was playing at home, yeah. So James Wood is in a good spot. Heavy on the sinker. Garcia. Exit velo went to 90. Heavy ground balls. Let me see. Josh Bell. What is it to you guys? So he heavy sinkers to both hands. 10%. 90 exit velo. He actually hitting fly balls with a consistent hard hit, y'all, at plus 700. Might got a sneaky in Josh Bell. Again, be careful with this game. I'm going to keep saying it. With double-digit wins coming in, be careful. So he heavy sinker made. Got the exit velocity. All ground balls. Gotcha. Riley, heavy on the sinker. 91-0. 50% fly, 50% hard hit. Another person who got the power. You can see bright green here. They got power, and man, this shit can get bad if he get a hold of one at plus 830. So both players on this side as well so far is long shots. Heavy sinkers. 92 exit velo. 33 heavy on the ground ball, though. Paul DeJong. This is the first time they actually put his lines up. 98 exit velo. It's only 2 at bats, so you got to take that with a grain of salt. And it's 100% line drive on both. So just take that with a grain of salt. That's all I'm going to say. 147-13. All right, so both people that I've seen that look like they in good spots are both long shots. Don't know if you noticed that, but they're both long shots. Josh Bell and Riley Adams, both long. Both long shots. One at 700, one at plus 830. So keep that in mind. What was this? All right. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we move. I'm so distracted. I'm trying to get through this as fast as I can. I got so much going on behind me. All right, let's go. Danny Jansen. Sheesh. Start at the top, though. Anything? Oh, 4-seam heavy. That's what I like to see. 98 exit velo over 10 at bats. high fly ball percent, consistent hard hits. I told you this gonna always be a high number when this is a over 95 or higher. It's just simple as that. Um, he's in a good spot. I don't know what his line is, but Jackson is in a good spot. Again, these people I'm saying in good spots, you probably better off going total base with that win. But I ain't mad at you if you take your chances. Four seam heavy. All right, Bryce Yelich. Gonna go. Damn, you got a 60% four seam. That's all they gonna see. A lot of ground balls and line drives. Contreras, 92-20 over his last 10. 90 with a 40% barrel last 5. Consistent fly balls, elite home run to fly ball ratio, consistent hard hits. Four seam heavy, 20%, 20% barrel. Still got a 40% fly ball. The home run per fly ball drop, but that's not really. And 30%, see, 40, 20, 20. So Contreras with a 20% barrel here, and then you add the curve and the splitter in there, it's a 40% barrel. What's his line? Odds, I mean, plus 600. That's good value there. You got you some good value there. Um, all right. So I like Contreras. I like Jackson. Frelick. Cortez. The force. 10 advance. 88-10. 40-50. Joey Ortiz. Watch him. Andrew Vine. He got crazy metrics over the last 10, last 5, more so against all the pitches. Line drive, ground ball heavy though. Everything is hit over 95. No fly balls over 10, 20%. That helped. Now that made it better. That's why I think that last 10 is, a bigger sample size is more accurate. So, but let's see what this four seam. 92-10, last 5, 99-20, 40% fly, 40 hard hit, 20, 40, 40, 80. So against the four seam, he actually hitting it with more power, and his fly ball had actually went up over the last 10 at bats. So keep that in mind at 475. Collins, all y'all about to see 55% or more four seam. That's all that. Now this is where he was at. This shit looks stupid. This with every pitch. 30% barrel over 10 with a 92 exit velo. And he hit consistent fly balls. Home run, the fly ball is 10% consistent hard hit. Last 5, 80%, 20-80. That's insane. 97-60. Jansen is in a great spot. Now let's see to the four seam. Oh man, it stayed. 96-60 over 10, 94-30. The fly ball stayed, the hard hit stayed, the last 5, 60, 20, 80. This is the best shit we done seen out of every game we looked at so far. And he does not have a line. But lucky for you, you see, I can see if that is accurate. Um, don't look like he has a line, but I definitely would keep him on. Watch Danny Jansen. So Danny Jansen, it's all the righties. Jansen is the best. Contreras was second. Jackson, and you got Andrew Vine. So you got 4 righties that you can choose from if you decide to go to that route as far as a homer in this game. Again, I would be very careful seeing that. Hold on, I'm looking over here, y'all, to see if it's a lineup for him. But I'll be very careful in this game, seeing that it's double-digit wins coming in. Jansen. Benny. Thought I just seen his name. Nope, no line. He don't got a line up nowhere. Okay. All right, we move. So, yeah, you got righties, and lucky for us, that's the side you want to target. 10% barrel, heavy hard hits, heavy fly balls, 11.5% home run to fly ball, a homer a game to righties on average. So that's the side you want to target anyway. Royals, Blue Jays. Blue Jays is a home run friendly park. The roof is closed, so weather and wind doesn't matter. Let me see if they got any type of projection for a homer. They do not even have anyone for that game. Okay, so I don't know what to do with that, but I will look at what I can see though, y'all. Michael Wacha, however you say it. 11 homers, 3 to lefties, 8 to righties. About a homer a game to righties. You can see that's where the higher barrel at. It ain't the best, but it's higher. And yeah, so you can see that this guy. But we're gonna start at the top. Last 10 at bats. 94 exit velo. No super dominant pitch. You got power. Are you hitting fly balls? Not really. Let me see. Last 5. That went up to 40. 60% hard hit at plus 600. But and his exit velo went up. So he hitting with more power and more fly balls these last 5 at bats. Versus righties, he been hitting very well. 300 batting average, 450 slug, 150 ISO. Vlad, 20% barrel over his last 10 at bats. Last 5, still got a 20% barrel. 40, 20, 30, 40. 80% ground ball last 5. So it looked like I would probably pivot total bases. If I had to pick for Vlad today. But it is a home run friendly park, so who knows? So the righty's not getting nothing different. 97-30. That's why I say don't settle. Because if you just look, you keep looking and you do your regular, you'll find people that stand out to where you don't gotta stretch no information on nobody. You don't gotta make it fit. George Springer. Is he hurt or no? George Springer. Let's see. He don't have a line even on the books. Wow, but definitely want to watch this. 97 exit velo, 30% barrel over his last 10 at bats. Last 5, 94-20. 20% fly ball. Again, I'm not really tripping because this 20% and 40 is not just crazy higher. 60% hard hit. Last 5, same thing. So I would definitely be looking at George Springer if he played today with this 30% barrel and this high exit velocity average. You can look right here at all this bright green. Look at some of the exit velocities, the power. Look at the fly ball sweet spots with these where you see the bright greens. Look at these distance. That's a 400 and these two damn near 400. So it's obvious that George Springer's in a good spot. I don't know what's going on. 95-10 over 10 at bats. What about y'all? We're gonna say change up four seam the top 2 pitches. 40% fly, 50% hard hit, 10% home run to fly ball. His line is plus 500. It's some great value today. It's some good value on the board today. Last 5, 98-20. 40% fly, 20% home run, 60 hard hit. Addison Barger's in a good spot today. And with great odds. Nathan Luke is more four-seam change. Last 5, 93-20. 40% fly, 40 hard hit. He always in a good spot, y'all. I'm noticing some about him. Even when his metrics don't match, every time it didn't, he went out there and went yards. So I'm going to say at this plus 850, that's great value for him for a long shot. Straw. Let me see. Last 5, last 10. You a righty, so y'all don't really see nothing dominant. You hit a lot of fly balls, which you can see with these green angles and high line drives. It's just you're not consistently hitting with power. Heineman. You will see a lot of four seams and changeups versus this. Last 10, last 5, no power. Schneider, last 10, 30%, 30%, 40. What about last 5? 40, 20. I don't know. I don't like the inconsistent power. This kid been cooking. 95 exit velo, 10% barrel. You're going to see a lot more four seams and changes, and his power went up, 10% barrel. Last 5, power even higher. 20% fly, 20% home run to fly, 60 hard hit. Yeah, plus 870, so he's in a good long shot spot. Jimenez, let's see. Sanchez. All right, so from what I'm seeing, George Springer, Barger, and Luke, and these two lefties, Nathan Luke and Joey, they both in good spots. At good spots. So you got some options there. I don't know. I'm not gonna even. I don't know. You're gonna have to come back on here and look because it don't even have like a suggest. Let me see something. You know what? Hold on. Roto Wire. Let me see if they got anybody projected. Kevin Gausman. They projecting Kevin Gausman? I don't know. So what I will do is I'm not sure. So what I will do, I'll just look at everybody in their last 10 at bats versus righties. Let me see. Bobby Witt. Last 10. Pasquantino. He got a 30% barrel his last 10 at bats against righties. Good fly ball percentage, hard hit. So Vinny is in a good spot if it is Gausman. If it is Gausman too, you definitely want to target him. 20% barrel for Garcia, 50% Flotto. 50% ground ball. Frazier, Grichuk, 10% barrel. Rave, he got the power. 30% fly, 60 hard hit at 900. Watch John Rave. Melendez. 93 exit velo. He been hitting with power. He been seeing righties well. You can see he got a 70% fly ball, consistent hard hits. I don't know what his line is, but I feel like MJ about due. Since he been back, he been hitting with power. Like I said, you can see here, he hitting with power. Crazy high fly ball percent, consistent hard hits. I would be watching MJ if it is Gausman and Luke Maley. He got a line? No, but he's seeing righties well. 50% fly, 50% hard hit. So it's looking like some lefties in here. Well, Pasquantino, if it's a righty, Garcia, and John Rave and Melendez. But it's really the lefties that I like the most. Melendez, Rave, and Pasquantino is like the best option. 40% barrel against right-hand pitchers in the last 4. And again, the last 5 games. And they are in a home run friendlier environment where weather conditions won't bother. Another game where it's like that. Astros, Red Sox. So you got Hunter Brown, 12 homers, 8 to lefties, 4 to righties. Going up against Boston. Let's see what we got here. Damn, 102. I'll be right back. 103.20. I told you, Jaron has been, for you to average 100 exit velo over 10 at bats is crazy with a 30% barrel. You can just see right here he locked in on righties. 500 slug with a 233 ISO with a 300 batting average for the season with 10 homers. Where are they playing at? Let me see the weather conditions. I didn't even think of that. My bad, y'all. Fenway. Not the best weather. Winds coming in. And Red Sox does have like a less home run friendlier park. I will say that. So just be mindful of that. But some of these numbers look crazy. His home run odds is plus 830. I will be sprinkling on this. 40% fly ball, 10%, 80% over 10. Last 5, 20, 20, 80. Let's see if it's any dominant pitches. He's dominant 4-seam. 96-20 over 10 at 5 at bats. 98-40 over 10 at bats. With a 60 fly ball, 20% home run to fly ball, 70% hard hit. That's insane at plus 830. For the zone he been in. That's crazy. 99 exit velo, 10% barrel last 10. 100 exit velo, 20% barrel last 5. These are even. So righties is even, lefties 4-seam. Got it. Are you hitting fly balls 20% over 10 with an 80%? I knew that was high. So you hitting more like total bases. Plus 750. I think he more so total bases. And them righties be careful too, because them righties pulling the left field. So they got to deal with the big green monster. So that's another reason where I need that to be like for sure high fly ball percent player hitting it over there to that section. This is a good double part too for y'all who don't know. Because a lot of baseballs bounce off that wall and then it ricochet back. So they get those extra bases that way. Last 5, 95, 20. You a righty, so y'all don't see nothing diamond. Let me see. See a lot of like line drives and ground balls, 4-seam. You look at this last 10, 60% ground balls. So they got power for sure. But we've seen better. Like, there's no point of making these, like, you know what I'm saying, when you seeing shit like this. It's way better stuff to take. Willier. Let me see. Now, y'all getting a lot of 4-seams. I do know that. 95-10 over 10 at-bats. 99-20 over 5 at-bats. Crazy high fly ball percentage over 5. Over 10. Still kept at 60. At plus 600. At plus 600. So you got Abreu and Jaron at crazy odds. in this game, and that's probably because of the weather conditions. With it being lower degrees and what was the wind I think was coming in, if I'm not mistaken, bro, Red Sox, yeah, wind's coming in at 6 mile an hour. Carlos, 95 exit velo over his last 10, 94 last five no fly balls, last 10 one fly ball at plus 1,000, and they gonna see both the sinker and the four seam evenly. Bregman, same thing, 93-10 over 10, 94-20 over 5. He got a decent fly ball, 20%, 40, 40-10, 40. So Bregman might be in a decent spot today at might go yard at plus 550. Those good odds. He the first righty that looked decent, like over on both metric and StatCast. 91-10. What are you? A switch, so you're gonna bat left. 92-10. 30, 40, 20, 40. Not the best. Romy, 99-10. Shout out Romy, man. Boy cast us out something crazy. 30% fly ball, 80% hard hit. 40% fly ball, 80% hard hit. Romy in another good spot again against a righty, throwing a four seam and a sinker. He has no line yet, so you might want to keep an eye on him. A 98 exit velo, though, with a 20% barrel. That's good, especially with a 40% fly ball. So we know you're getting the ball, the baseball in the air with power. That's all we asking for. 99-20 over his last 5. 93-10 over his last 10 for Roman. We're going to pitch a lot of four seams to these lefties. 99-10, 101-20. No fly balls over the last 5, 1 over his last 10. I tell y'all that every time we pass Roman, he definitely a double machine. He's a two total base coin respecter for sure. David Hamilton, what hand are you? Left. Don't see a lot of fly balls. Ref Snyder, don't look the best. The righties gonna see what they see. Last 5, 20% barrel for Connor Wong, 80% fly ball, 40 hard hit, 50-40. Whoa. Hey, watch Connor Wong. Look at these last 4 at bats right here. I don't know. He don't got a line, but watch him. All ground ball. So, man, you got some power in here. You got Jaron. That's like the best we've seen. Abreu, Bregman, and Roman are your best spots. Those 2 lefties is what I would probably target, though. Yeah, I would definitely. That's where you're giving up 8 homers, a homer a game, a higher barrel, more hard hits, more home runs, resulting in fly balls to the lefties. So Willier and Jaron, especially at those odds, 830 and 600 is crazy. That's actually insane. I would definitely target those. So keep that in mind. Let me see if they got what they got over here for this. Cooper Criswell. That's a righty. So they saying that might be who pitch. So the only thing I can do is come here. And just probably look at a righty. I would definitely come back once you know who it is for sure. You can always use code Cuzzo. Make sure you got Prop Finder. Just to be on the safe side, just so you can confirm and look at pitches. This crazy, Yainer. I see you, my boy. 60, 40, 80. Damn. At plus 800, why is these odds so high in this game? 40, 20, 60. If it's a righty, he going yard. Where am I at? Cam Smith, Caratini, Dubon, Hummel, McCormick, Tremont. Nobody else like looking just 30% barrel, 40 hard hit. Fly ball, 30. That's elite. 30%, 20-0-0 over the last 5, though. So the only thing that stood out to me, at least until we get more information, is by far Yainer at plus 800. Yainer paired with Jaron will feed families if both of them hit. That would be crazy, wouldn't it? That would be insane. So yeah, that would be crazy. Twins, Guardians. So they playing in Cleveland, 70 degrees, wind coming in. We've confirmed. Yep, now it's up to 9 mile an hour. Got Joe Ryan, 14 homers, 8 to lefties, 6 to righties. He giving up a 10% barrel to both hands, which is good. Almost damn near 1 to both hands. You can see he give up a crazy fly ball percent to lefties. That's where you might want to look at where he giving up most homers. Gavin Williams, 15 homers, 6 to lefties, 9 to righties. You can see, again, about a homer a hand, about 9% to both hands. Pay attention to where you see that you can attack weaknesses. But again, today, don't be surprised if it's more doubles and all of that with all of these parks with the wind coming towards the home base. Stephen Kwan, let's go here. Righties. Four seam. Oh shit, hold on. Four seam splitter. Oh, it's four seam heavy. Gotcha. They're going to get some righty. All right. Jose, 94, 30% over 10 at bats against both pitches. 50% fly, elite home run to fly ball ratio, 30% hard hit. Last 5, more line drives. Now, what I want to look at is take out the splitter. 50, 30, 30, 93, 30. So nothing really changed. So Jose, if you look at a bigger sample size and 10 at bats, what's his odds? Plus 390. He in a good spot. Carlos Santana, y'all about to see a lot of four seams, and you still ain't gonna do shit. Okay. 94 exit velo. 30, 20, 40, 60. 625. Angel Martinez. You gotta watch that. You a lefty. Is it the same? Oh yeah, so the lefties is period. 10%, 30, 50, 10, 40. 80% off the last 5 at 430. Now this is the first righty we seen. Is it still four seam dominant? Yes, it is. 96-10 over his last 10 at bats. 50% line drive, 60 hard hits. So these is all like total base spots. It looked like 91, 10, 101, 20, 20% fly, 80 hard hit, 40, 40, 60. Watch Nolan Jones at 650. He got a lot of fly balls. He consistently hitting the ball hard. 92 exit velo over 10. 101 over his last 5 with a 20% barrel. So Nolan Jones might be in a good spot. You might want to watch that. Bo Naylor. Bo been going crazy too. 95 exit velo with a 20% barrel over 10 at bats. 20% fly, 70 hard hit. Last 5, 20, 40. You're going to see a lot of these four seams. 94 with a 30% barrel. 40% fly ball, 50% hard hit at plus 520. So I like the value that they're giving us on Bo Naylor, seeing this. You can look at these last couple at bats, all you see is bright green. 50-50, but the power is just not there. David Fry, he clearly been seeing them well. 103 exit velo. He just 1 yard the other day. 50% fly ball, 50. Well, of course, it's going to be crazy high yards, 2 at bats. So I don't want to over exaggerate on that. But just looking at these 4 at bats against four seams that's pitching any of these pitchers, he all piss missiles. So if David Fry played, watch his odds. So the best things I think I seen was just basically Jose, Bo, and you do got a long shot with Nolan Jones. I don't know if David Fry gonna play, but he would be on the radar as well with a one-on-one exit velo. I know it's a small sample size, but that's 4 at bats. We look at 5 all the time, right? So that one is not gonna be enough to make me be like, oh, I'm not, nah, negative. So keep that in mind. We move to this side to the Twins. See Trevor Lawrence, and this lineup is confirmed, which is crazy. Ain't this a night game? 30% fly, 60 hard hit. I like that, but let me see. Is it anything? Curve and four seams. 96 exit velo, 30%, 60. He's a lefty. Remember, looking at this at Guardians Progressive, we got that short right side. So lefties are favored more. It favors lefties more. So he got a 96 exit velo, and we see that he hit fly balls. And of course, with a 95, I told you, 95 or higher, we know that they hit consistent fly balls. If nothing else, we know that for sure. So keep that in mind. So he might be in a sneaky spot today. He ain't been on my radar in a long time. It's not as many cutters, so we're going to eliminate that. Last 10, last 5. 20, 40, 50, 40, 20, 60 in his last 5. Brooks Lee at plus 680, another lefty. He in a good spot. A consistent hard hits, a decent home run and fly ball, consistent fly balls. Home run and fly ball. So watch that Lee. Let's go back to the last 10. 96 exit velo. Damn, Jeffers, okay. Four seam 30%, 60, 40, 20. The hard hits went down percent, like consistency, but the fly balls went up. The power is in his last 10 at bats at 680. There we go. There we go. 101.30, 102.40 over the last 5. Eliminate this cutter because he's going to see a lot of curves and four seams. 101.30, 102.4, same thing. 40% fly, 20% 60 over 5. 50, 20, 60 over 10. Matt Warner at plus 4. Wow. At plus 450 is in a great spot today. And again, another lefty, y'all, who can take advantage of the short right field. Royce Lewis. No fly balls and 10 at bats. I'm going to just go ahead and keep it moving. 96-20 Clemens. 94-20 Clemens in the last 5. 40% fly, 70% hard hit, 40-60. Cody Clemens, another lefty, y'all, that they giving to us at 4-1 odds. It's a lot of straights that's out here, y'all, that y'all can take advantage of it in some of these games at the odds they giving us. So, did I like Lawrence? Yes, strictly because of the power, but you don't even look at that direction when you see this type of shit, like, period. Warner and Clemens is the clear favorites. Now, if you want to go like long shot, maybe like Larnach or Lee, true. And it's funny because they both all lefties. But I'm not even going that route. You giving me Warner with these kind of metrics at 450 and you giving me Clemens with these kind of metrics at 420. So I'm not even looking nowhere else. That's clearly where you want to go with those two. Yankees Marlins, roof closed, so weather conditions does not apply. Carlos Rodon, 18 homers, 4 to lefties, 14 to righty. Jansen Junk only them giving up 1 homer, and it's to a lefty. And it's actually impressive because he got innings pitched. It's not like he only done pitched a game or something like that. He actually got innings pitched. He just a good home run preventer. He been preventing homers, so that's a good sign. Well, not for us if you looking for homers against him, but be careful with that. That's 10. Super 4 seam heavy. 20% barrel over 10. 0 over 5. 40% fly ball. 30 hard hit. 2020. This is going against lefties. Let me see what you've been doing all year against them. 470, 229 with 5 homers at plus 600. I like the barrel. You got the fly ball. I wish this was a little higher, but at plus 600 at home, I'm not mad at that at all. This guy here, man. Damn, but he loved 4 seams. Hold on. Eric Wagaman. He want to see 4 seams from lefties. Noted. 30% fly, 10, 80, 40, 20, 60 at plus 1,000. Eric Wagaman is a long shot today, ladies and gentlemen. That shit just got real when you went to the 4 seam that he about to see a lot. I think it was like 43% of the time. The next pitch is at 28. He going to see double the amount of sliders. This is what he want to see from lefties. This is exactly what you want to see. So at plus 1,000, seeing that, man. For y'all who don't know, I say it all the time, Kyle Stowers, out of 23 homers this year, he don't have none against lefties. He do not hit lefties well. Now, he do got a 94 exit velo, 20% barrel over 10, 91 over 5, 40% fly, 60 hard hit. Will today be the day he hit his first home run against a left-hand batter? At plus 500? Yes, time will tell. 98-20 for Otto Lopez over his last 10, seeing a lot of fastballs from left-hand pitchers. 40%, 10-70. Last 5, 60-60. He's in a good spot. Plus 1,000. What? At plus 1,000. That's crazy. Dane Myers, last 5, 94-20. Last 10, 93-10. Four seam heavy, 93 over 10, 95 over 5. Let me see, over last 10, 40% fly, 50 at 950. In a long shot spot as well, but he don't look as good as Wagaman and Lopez. This might be one of them situations that we seen the other day with Peralta against the Cubs that we called out. Like, he might want to try to hold off on four seams because it looked like these righties, that's all they waiting on. It look like these righties looking for all four seams. See, it's more even with the lefty. So is that accurate here? I ain't look. Oh shit. Okay, so I'm glad I just looked at that. The lefties don't got to do that too. It's the righties he go four seam heavy to. My guy, y'all. Y'all know this my guy. 50% ground in these last 20. It don't look as good as it's been looking today. So, man, Wagaman. Like I said, I get it. This look crazy, right? But he throws a lot of four seams to righties. Everything changed off that at plus 1,000. Look at Otto Lopez, but to the four seam. This is what they going to probably just be sitting there waiting on. They're going to probably let him throw everything outside of until he throw that four seam. And it look like it's out of here. So if I got to pick two, it's Otto and Wagaman. Dane Myers is right behind him, though, if you need a third spot. He right behind him. Okay, Jansen junk side, and this is the side that he only done given a one homer this year. He's a righty, so Cody Bellinger, 90 exit velo, 10% barrel last 10. 23, 23, 39, so it's not really too much different. 40% fly, 10% home run to fly, 40% hard hit. A lot of more ground balls in his more recent at bats. Maybe total base stat. We already know Anthony Volpe been going crazy. Last 5, like the exit velo there. 50% fly, 20-50. 40-20-60 at plus 900. Anthony Volpe is in a good spot again. Even with this saying 0% barrel, pay attention. He got a good exit velocity average, and he hit fly balls with a decent home run to fly ball ratio. So not only do you hit him, when you hit him, you make them count more often than not. As far as your home run to fly ball ratio, you're not just out there just hitting fly ball outs all game. Sorry, before I go any further. Okay, I did look at it. I didn't know if I did. I was looking at the conditions. This is in a roof close. Okay. All right, Ryan McMahon, 100 exit velo with a 10% barrel last 10, 99 over his last 5. Hitting consistent fly balls, consistent hard hits over 5, 30% more consistency over the last 10, and it's nothing dominant. And I'm still waiting on Ryan McMahon to hit his first homer as a Yankee. He got the metrics today, and he hit fly balls. And, I mean, let's see. He don't got no line, though, so I don't know as far as what to do with that. Dominguez, Trent Grisham, 30% barrel. 20%, 10, 30, last 5, 20, 20, 20, 20, 40. With a 40% barrel. At 475, Trent Grisham is in a great spot today. 93-20, 97-40. 80% fly ball consistency on the hard hits. Last 10, 40, 50. Ben Rice is in a good spot again. Can he go back to back? Why, of course he can. And he had plus 400 odds. Trent Grisham and Ben Rice. Ben Rice has been the. Well, and McMahon, you got Volpe in a good sneaky spot at that plus 900. Jazz, 96 exit velo, 20 barrel over the last 10, 88-20 over his last 5. 60% fly ball, 10% home run to fly ball. 9 out of these last 10 at bats against a righty pitching any of these pitches, which you can see right here, the one that's not, was over 95 miles an hour. And like I said, he hit consistent fly balls at plus 500. The value today is insane. Over the last 5 at bats, 60, 20, 80. And you can, like I said, look here. You know what I'm saying? You can see the light green spots to see that he been hitting with consistent power. He's not going to play. I'm not even about to lose my mind today over that. I already know how that's about to go. 90-20 over 10 at bats, 40% fly ball, 40 hard hit. Last 5, 40-20. Slater. Giancarlo Stanton, 99-20 over his last 5, 96-20 over his last 10. 30% fly, 20% home run to fly ball, 60 hard hit over 5. 20% fly ball. His line drives went up these last 5. It's higher as well on the last 10, but he do got a 30% fly ball, which is 1 out of every 3 at-bats. And usually we know at minimum you're going to get 3 at-bats. You can see here crazy power. So that's like an executive decision you got to make. He got the exit velocity. He got the barrel. But as far as like at plus 300, as far as like the crazy standouts, it's the lefties. Jazz crazy standout. Ben Rice crazy standout. Trent Grisham is up there with the high barrel, but I'm talking about where it both made sense. And Ryan McMahon got 100 exit velocity. Volpe, 92-0. Now, again, it say 0. Use your eyes. You can see a lot of bright green, far distance, high angles, high exit velocities. And then you come here, you can see he hit a lot of fly balls. He got a good home run and fly ball and consistent hard hits at plus 900. So you got a few lefties and a righty we found that's in a good spot at plus 900. Man, these odds is insane. Giants and Mets, 70 degrees. Another game with wind coming in. Do not force it today, y'all. These is going to be a lot of total bases and doubles. A lot. I don't even know how they got a 38 projection. I'm not saying none of these games won't go yard because it is a few that's going to have wind going out, but gee. Robbie Ray, 15 homers, 2 to lefties, 13 to righties. David Peterson, 7 homers, 1 to lefties, 6 to righties. Be careful with Peterson. The one thing I will point out that I noticed out the gate, he giving up less than 1 homer a game to both hands. But not only that, he's not a fly ball pitcher. He forced a lot of ground balls, and we can't do nothing with that. That don't mean none of them can't get a hold of one, but I'm saying just on average, he less than 15% fly balls to both hands. So that's what you consider a ground ball pitcher. Them be the pitchers you really want to avoid if possible, unless something just stand out absolutely insane. Lindor, last 10 at bats, 90-0. Last 5, your exit velocity went up, no barrels. 4-seam dominant. That's all I needed to see. Same thing, basically. 60-20. It's just the hard hits ain't there. He getting the fly balls. It just is he inconsistent with the hard hits. Again, you don't even need to see the hard hit percentage. You can just look right here and see how often do he get over 95 and how many be few far and in between. Pete, 4 seams. You're going to see a lot of these, and you at home. Damn, this shit just lit up crazy. 96 exit velo, 30% barrel over 10, 94-20 over 5, 60% fly ball, 20% 50. Last 5, 60-20-40. Pete, it's in a great spot. Pete Alonso's in a great spot at plus 350. Great spot. Pete Alonso. Brandon Nimmo. I see a lot of forcing. 94-10. A lot of ground balls over his last 10 at bats. Juan Soto. 30% barrel over his last 10, 89 exit velocity. Take out that slider. You go 4-seam. That barrel went up and his exit velocity went up. Last 5, 40% barrel. Last 10, 40% barrel. 50% fly ball, 20 home run to fly ball ratio, 50% hard hit. Juan Soto, you getting him at plus 410. Y'all, we getting crazy value today. Crazy value today. That's the shit we want to see when it comes to these players as far as like getting some value on them. That it looked like that's how we gonna get them. Mark Vientos, 95 exit. Oh, let me see. 4-seam, 50%. The exit velocity there. A lot of line drives. More line drives last 5. I'm in a good total base spot. Taylor. Sheesh. Look at these last 5. 4-seam. 60. Oh, no hard hits though. Brent Beatty, 20% barrel over his last 10. Look at the 4-seam. The exit velocity went up. The barrel stayed the same. 2050. Nah. Jeff McNeil. Torrens. Last 10, a 10% barrel. Look at the four seam. Damn, 96-30 over 10 at-bats. Last 5, 96-20 over 5 at-bats. 60% fly ball, 70% hard hit. Last 5, 60% fly ball, 80% hard hit. I would definitely, he going to be a long shot. I can tell you that right now. Torrance is in a perfect spot. That just looked crazy. So keep that in mind. Marte, he throw a four seam to him, it's over with. $102.60. Sheesh. A lot of line drives though. 80%. Let me see. 10. You definitely hitting the ball with some power. It's just a lot of line drives. 103.60. That's crazy. At plus 600. Sheesh. I don't know. You see all this bright green over here. He might be in a sneaky spot. And Ronnie, it's the four seam, the power there. So you got Pete Alonso, like yo chalks. Pete Alonso, Juan Soto. And you got I'm assuming if he play, he gonna be in a long shot spot with Torrance. You see this? Like he still got a 91 exit velo, 10% barrel. You eliminate that he about to throw this four seam damn near 50% of the time. All of that just lit up green. Everything just lit up green. So you might want to definitely keep that and watch that. You might want to watch that. Oh, and watch Valdez. 98-20 over 10 at-bats to all the pitches. He hitting a lot of ground balls and line drives. Cause look, when you go to the four seam, it go a lot of line drives. But guess what? The power is there. He hitting with crazy power. He got some crazy pop. Okay. David Peterson. Again, remember, y'all, he not a big fly ball pitcher, so don't be surprised if you take somebody over here and they go up there and get a lot of ground outs. It's nothing to be surprised about. You've seen that he don't throw a lot of he don't force fly balls. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Because he don't got none specific to these righties. 95 exit velo. 97-20. 20% fly ball. See, we want these. We definitely can't take a person who don't hit a lot of fly balls against a pitcher who don't give up fly balls. That don't even make sense. 93-20 lefties. Oh yeah, y'all getting a lot of sinkers and sliders. A lot of ground balls too. This look insane. The Diamondbacks got a 99 exit velo, 40% barrel against lefties pitching these pitches in his last 10 at bats. Crazy high fly ball, elite level home run to fly ball, consistent hard hits. That's all we needed to see at 520. Man, these odds is insane. But we do know that he's a fly ball pitcher, but what did I say? The exception is when you see some shit like this. 99-40 over 10 at-bats, that's not no fluke. You can look down here at all the, some of his metrics. I mean, some of his exit velocity logs. Adames is in a great spot. The lefties don't see as many four seams. I do notice that. Flores, none to the righties. 92-10. No fly balls. Patrick Bailey, you're gonna be a righty. Schmidt. This is another righty. Let me see. You got some power there. 30-10, 50. 40. Inconsistent there though. You're a lefty, so you're not going to see a lot of four seams. I'll tell you that right now, buddy. Oh yeah, so Adames was the best spot I seen. I don't even think I seen. Well, you know what? I will say him at 950. Watch him at 950, and I'm gonna tell you why. Last 10 at bats, 93 exit velo average. That's a decent average. He over 90, right? You want 95 or higher as elite, but I'll take a 93. But the thing is, he hit fly balls. 30% fly ball. He got a 10% home run and fly ball, and he consistent with the hard hits. That's enough with a 93 exit velocity average to make me say this plus 950 is worth taking. Or at least sprinkling on, It's worth going after. Okay. Dodgers Rays. You definitely want to target this park for many reasons. For one, Rays is in that little ass park. I think that they playing, somebody said, in the Yankees practice facility, but they definitely, till they get their park, they're in a home run friendly park. This one of the few games that's got 90 degrees, which is great for carry, and winds going out. This shit gonna be a home run derby. Clayton Kershaw, 6 homers, 1 to lefties, 5 to righties, versus Shane Bass, 19 homers, 6 to lefties, 13 to righties. You can see again, just pay attention here. Shane, you can see which side you want to target. Not just off where he giving up more homers, he giving up almost 2 homers to righties. 13% barrel, more hard hits, more home runs resulting in fly balls. So always, we find 3 to 4 players in every game. Always pay attention to that. We're gonna start up here with Yandy versus lefties, just to see, he got a great slug in ISO against him this year. Anything dominant, crazy, like it's more 4-seam sliders, 93-30. A lot of bright green here. We getting fly balls, we getting hard hits. Yandy Diaz, and at home this year, he got 14 of his 18 homers, which makes sense. I mean, who wouldn't want to play here for majority of their season? Yandy Diaz is in a great spot at plus 410. Caminero. And a lot of curves. 96-30 at home. Four seam. He hit a lot of fly balls. Decent home run to fly ball. Consistent hard hits. With a 96 exit velo average and 30% barrel to lefties. He's another one. Look, 17 of his 27 homers at home with a 600 slug. Like, this is the best place where we can have these players against the lefty. Aranda hurts, so it's no point in looking there. Lefty. You a lefty. Anything dominant here? Oh, yeah. Slider 4-seam to everybody. Okay. Brandon, 40%, 40, 20, 40. I guess, but it ain't better than the rest that what we've seen so far. It looked like we want to target the right side. If you feel like he a day late, I get it. Let me make that curve, man. I'm looking at these top 2 pitches. He throwing over 30%. You got her yesterday. His shit look crazy with all 3 pitches. That's good to know. 99-30 with fly balls. Let's see. Take out the curve. 99-30. Okay, so it's basically the same. And he hitting fly balls. Got a 10% home run to fly ball ratio. Consistent hard hits. 410. This is the first time, y'all, we actually see his odds. He's in a good spot. Y'all see what's happening? And it ain't by design. It's just how it's falling. Like, it's the righties. Which makes sense because he's a lefty. 94 exit velo, 95, 40% fly, 60 hard hit. No line. Of course not. Of course not. Yep. Yandy Diaz, Caminero, Morel. Let me go back to 10. I'm trying to see if I probably pick one. I think I'm gonna go here. And if you've been in the streams, you know why. Without me eliminating no pitches, look at the 3 who look the best. 99-30, 87-20, let's say 90-20. So without me eliminating the curveball, which he throw the least, there's just with all the pitches don't look as good as this. This looked like this with the curveball or without it. Even if you eliminated the curveball, you still had 99 exit velo, 30% barrel. Right? But those 3 are the main targets. And of course, that's where he's giving up more homers, almost 1 a game, So that's the side you want to target. And it just so happened that was the side that looked at the best out of everybody. They're going against a righty. Shohei's at plus 185. That is a joke. 92-20. Heavy on the 4-seam. 95-20. 40%, 10, 50. Last 5, 40, 20, 40. What's this line? 550 for Andy. Mookie. It's at 33%. You know what? I'm not going to eliminate that pitch. All right, the lefties. Is there anything dominant to lefties? 4-seam heavy. Okay. 90-10. Last 5, 20% barrel. 60-20 with the inconsistent hard hits. 50-10, 30. Y'all think Freddie go today? I'm talking to y'all like I'm live. He might be in a sneaky spot. 96-30 over 10, 92-40 over 5. A lot of ground balls, even in this last 5, no fly balls. But man, these line drives, like 60% in Tampa Bay, they might can go. But like I told y'all yesterday, if you're indecisive about it, just take the total basis. Cause it's like, okay, whether it don't go over or it do, as long as you can use that power to your advantage and it falls, I'm cashing, right? Regardless. So I would definitely keep that in mind. Definitely. Um, I thought I heard my son wake up. Like, please no. Okay. Who is this? Tommy Edman. So you a lefty? Yeah, lefties get the four seams. Got it. Lefties get the four seams. 88-10. Ain't enough power. Will Smith. Sheesh. This look crazy. With the fly ball. Elite home run, the fly ball. Consistent hard hits. Man. At 475. This is crazy. This is the best one we done seen so far, y'all. Outside of Shohei. Rojas, Russian, Otani. Y'all gonna see a lot of force. 94-20, 40-50. So you know Otani looked crazy. His odds is 185. I'm not paying that shit no mind. So you got Pieheads up here looking sneaky at a 92-20 with a 40% fly ball. The best one we've seen by far is Will Smith. Now you do. I don't know how you want to play this 96-30 with the four seam and the knuckle curve with the low fly ball. He do got a 30% line drive, but this park being so home run friendly, you might want to you make it pivot to that, or again, just go to total basis. But the one for sure that stood out the most is Will Smith, and that is exactly where we want to be at on the right hand batter. Pirates Rockies. Andrew Heaney, you'd always target 20 home run pitchers. 8 to lefties, 12 to righties. He giving up 2.5 homers a game to lefties. 12 to righties. Higher barrel to lefties and such and such. Antonio Sensatella, 18 homers, 7 to lefties, 11 to righties, 46 innings pitched. So him giving up 2 homers to righties is very much accurate with the higher barrel percentage. So you can see where you want to go with that. First up, are you a lefty? All right, Hunter Goodman. Anything? Oh, four seam heavy. Love to see it. 30% barrel over 10 at bats. 20% with a 93 exit velo over 5. Hitting fly balls. 10% home run to fly ball ratio. Consistent hard hits last 5. More fly balls. A higher home run to fly ball. A higher home run per hard hit percent at plus 300. And they're playing in Colorado. You definitely target Colorado. We got winds going out. That helped. 80 degrees, that helped. And by the Rockies Stadium having that high altitude, it is automatically going to help baseballs carry further. So you got park, air, wind, temperature all in your favor in this game. So Hunter Goodman definitely. 90-20 over 10. He definitely four seam heavy. 101-30 over 10. 99-40 over 5. Sheesh. 30% fly, 70 hard hit. 40% fly, 60 hard hit at 450. Jordan Beck is in a good spot. This shit look crazy. He gonna see a lot of four seams from a lefty. That's what we want to see. And you can look versus lefties. He got almost a 600 slug and a 270 ISO with a 300 batting average. He has been smoking left-hand pitchers all year. Doyle, 20% barrel against all the pitches. That's good to see. But he gonna come a lot of four seams. Still the 20%, 40-20. Only thing I don't like is the inconsistent hard hits. But if you look at 60, the hard hits go up, but so do the ground balls. Brenton Doyle, I don't know. I don't know, Brenton. I've seen better, so I'm gonna just pivot from that. 50%, 10, 20. Last 5, 60, 20, 40. It comes up better. So Toglia, it got better in the last 5 for sure. Oh, it's more. Okay, so the righties it's more even with the lefties. Gotcha. The righties get the dominant four seam. Freeman, Tovar, 17% barrel, 50, 33. What's this line? Just 440. So they got these righties locked in, it looked like. 42, 29, 625. They love the righties in this game. Or they favoring Strata Hernandez. What is this? And the new guy on the block, he been going stupid. Not in this situation. Your best bets is Goodman and Beck. Toglia is a close third. Goodman and Jordan Beck. Especially Jordan Beck. He got a 20% barrel against all the pitches, and then you look at that four seam alone, pandemonium. That's the best option is Jordan Beck. Then Goodman, and then I'll say a close third is Toglia. We move. Hold on. O'Neal Cruz. He might hit one outside the whole fucking stadium. If he can get his power behind one of these, that shit gonna get treacherous. Okay. Oops, let me see something. Hold on. Okay, so we're gonna start at Brian Reynolds. 91, 10. Anything dominant here? Definitely four seam pitcher. 94, 10, 30, 70, 20, 40, 80. I gotta watch Brian Reynolds. Might need to watch Brian Reynolds, y'all. He looked like he might be on something, like on some sneaky shit at 575. I think we can find better than that, but just be careful. 99 exit velo. This kind of power, if he can get a hold of one of these pitches, it's over with. 30% fly, 50 hard hit, but he coming straight four seams at your head. Look at how hard he been hitting. Like his metrics for the year, he just been in a decline since post All-Star break. These last 10 at bats is day and night from that. But the fly ball there, it's just inconsistent hard hits. 20, 20, 20. That's the only thing. But I will not lie. Even with that said, like with the amount of like with this shit going on, man, you can't. It's hard not to look at that. In this park with that power he has. 20% barrel, 92 exit velocity against both pitches. You're gonna see a lot of these four seams, buddy. Damn. 90% fly ball, 10% home run and fly ball, 30 hard hit. Last 5, 100% 20-40. Wow. 100% fly ball, and we know that we got all the conditions in our favor that's going to help the fly ball go further. McCutchen might go for 2 of them bitches with 100% fly ball. That's crazy. 97-20 over his last 10, 98-40 over his last 5 for Tommy Pham against both pitches. 20% fly ball over 5, 10%. So he hitting a lot of line drives. Now let's see if we eliminate the slide to do that help. 20 and more line drives. He got the power for sure. A lot of line drives. Joey Bart, Gonzalez. We don't got no line. Henry Davis. So you got a line against a four seam. 20, 40, 30, 50. 20, 24. Ain't the best. Sawinski. That look crazy, but I don't know if he gonna play or not. 80% fly, 20, 60. 60, 80. If it was off, damn. I don't know if Jack gonna play, but watch him if he do. What was this? At plus 800. 67, 33, 33. It's only 3 at bats, but if that's enough for you to make an executive decision and you chase this 33% barrel, you do get him at some good odds. But O'Neal Cruz and McCutchen is in the best spots. I don't know if Sawinski gonna play it. This dude got a plus 800. He might be a sneaky. This Lever, however you say his name, He might be in a sneaky. He just got a small sample size. Against the 4-seam and slider, he still got a 20% barrel. You take the slider out, power went up, barrel went up at plus 800 in cores. White Sox Angels. Okay, so another one, y'all. We got a home run friendly park. 70 degrees. I wish it was a little higher, but we'll take it for carry. Winds going out. Good. They have no idea. They don't know who the pitcher is over here. So, they talking about expected is Shane Smith. So we'll just say that we're going to just go off of that and say versus righties. Can't look at no pitches or anything. So I would definitely come back to this once it's confirmed. 30% barrel, 70% fly ball. All you need to see if it's a righty at 425. That's great value. 20% barrel over 10. 30%. We can get higher than that. We can get higher than that percent. 93, Adele. This look crazy. 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 Got it. Oh, happy. And I'm just going off how they hitting that hand. I can't adjust nothing else. Pitches, no nothing. Damn, he got a crazy high exit velocity, Lamonte Wade, and he hitting fly balls against these righties. And no odds. Watch him. He might be that long shot. So from what I just see from the naked eye, if it's a righty, until we can get some pitches, Taylor Ward, Logan O'Hoppe, and you're going to have a long shot with Lamonte Wade. Tyler Anderson, 20 homers, 8 to lefties, 12 to righties. This is a pitcher you target. He's giving up 2 homers a game to lefties, a little over 1 to righties. 13% barrel to lefties, 8% to righties. Hot, this is, we talked about, just like you avoid the low ones, he give up a lot of fly balls. And it's so crazy, if it's that lefty to lefty, where he gets smoked by the most, if you find a lefty, sheesh. You find a lefty, it is over. So he's pitching 40, changing 40. So let's make this move. 90-10. So you ain't got no power there. 40%, 20-60. Lubob at plus 430. Vargas. Just eliminate the cutter at 16%. You got a 92 exit velo. 89. Sosa. Eliminate this cutter. Chase. Is he back? I think something happened the other day, didn't it? Maybe not. Take away the cutter. 91-10. 40% fly, 10% 50. Chase at plus 700 might be a good spot for a long shot. And remember, this park favors righties more than lefties. It's good for both, but it favors more righties than lefties. Cutter 4-seam to them. 30% fly, 10. The inconsistency on the hard hits. Then last 5 is all line drives. You're going to bat right. Eliminate the cutter. Nothing there. Taylor, 20% barrel last 5, 30% barrel last 10. You eliminate this cutter that he only throwing 16%. He got a 30% barrel. 20, 40, 60. 60% fly ball. Line drive. The hard hits there. It's just the line drive is crazy or high for Michael Taylor. But I don't know, man. Crazy metric. Tauchman, damn. 95-20 over 10. 98-40 over 5. He's a lefty who's hitting lefties well. That's what we want to see. He got a damn near 600 slug and a 300 ISO. He a lefty who actually hit lefties well, and lefties is what terrorizes Tyler Anderson. We got a 98-40 that come with fly balls, home run to fly balls, a consistent hard hit. Now, he don't throw a lot of these sinkers. 94-20, 95-14. The fly ball's still there. The hard hit's still there. 60, yeah. Mike Tauchman at plus 600. I love those odds. I love that. He been seeing them well with power all year, and that's what I was hoping to find a lefty against him. A lot of line drives. Baldwin. Don't throw a lot of cutters to the right. To the righties. Teal. Don't throw a lot of sinkers to lefties. Temper 33% barrel. 33, 33, 30. That's crazy. Montgomery. Last 5, 100 exit velo, 20% barrel. He another lefty who got a 400 slug, 240 ISO against them. They don't throw a lot of sinkers to this hand. His barrel went up. Exit velocity dropped to 90. That still is up there. That's fine with me. Fly balls come with that? Yes, it does. Montgomery is at plus 560. I don't know who this is. So you got some decent. You got Lou Bob, Tauchman, and Montgomery. 2 lefties and a righties that got good metrics today against Tyler Anderson in a home run friendly park. All right, last 3 games. Cardinals, Padres. We got Matthew Liberatore, 10 homers, 1 to lefty, 9 to righties. You can identify which side to target for sure. Higher barrel, higher home run per 9. Nick Pivetta, 13 homers, 3 to lefties, 10 to righties. Same deal. Manny Machado got 1 homer against him, by the way, as well. I just seen up top scrolling. First lefties. $92.10 with fly balls. That's all we want to see. Give me a 90 or higher exit velo, and everything else is good. Everything else is good. Let's see. Luis, we know you don't hit no fly balls for real. 90-10 over 10 at bats, 90-0 over 5. A lot of line drives. Gotcha. 97-20 over 10, 102-0 over 5. Oh, you're none dominant to the righties. 100% ground ball over 5, 80% ground ball over 10. And this is being played where? At Padres. Petco is a great park for righties. Top 3 for righties. I can't wait to see them play. That lineup look crazy. This lineup look crazy. So it favors righties if you can find a righty that's in a good spot. Lefties, that's all around the same too. And he's a left-hand pitcher. Jackson Merrill, 20% barrel over 10. 99-20 over 5. 40-20-40 with a 60% hard hit. 30-40-20 with a 50% hard hit. What is his odds today? Jackson Merrill at 650 might be in a sneaky spot. He actually hit lefties well and getting fly balls to go with it. Where is why they don't got the new players over here? No O'Hearn, no Ramon. I feel some type of way about that. Chat, can't lie to y'all. Like, what's that about? So Machado and Merrill, so far from what I see, I know I know Laurenato and maybe O'Hearn, but I know Laurenato should look great in this position. Ain't this who they play for? Or am I tweaking? Yeah, Laurenato, like Laureano. Why we not seeing him? Like, hold up. Oh man, I'm trying to figure out a way. You know what? Let me see something. Forcing the righties. No. Hold on. First righties. Forcing slider change curve. Four-seam 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 slider. He's not even over here. I was going to try to see if I could catch him up here slipping. Four-seam. I don't know, y'all. I was trying to, like, do my part and go to I was going to go look at him over there and just get it popping. Oh, man. That's tough. Damn, that's tough. Okay. But I know he's going to be in a good spot. Nick Pivetta. See what you got going on, buddy. You throwing a four-seam and a curve. You throwing 50% four-seams at these pitchers, bro. 96-30 over 10 at-bats. 98-20 over 5. Like, 70% 20-60. 60-20-60 at 450. I love Burleson. This look crazy. Doing a lot of four seams. Contreras, what? Damn, this look crazy without taking out nothing. 100 exit velo 40 over 5. 100 exit velo 40 over 10. 60, 10, 80. That look crazy. And it's not even really on they close, but I'll even do this and it still looks stupider. Man, what's his odds today? 425. And remember, this park, Petco love righties. Well, righties love Petco. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say, I'll put it that way. Petco don't give a damn what hand you is. Damn, Wilson Contreras look crazy. Win. And like I said, I don't even gotta take that off. They close. It's the lefty that got the big difference. Like Burleson, there's a difference in their curve in that four seam. But he even looked at crazy. Let me see. Yeah, even a 93-20 over 10 at bats. I'm taking. Lefties. Lefties, we got to go four seam. Righties don't matter. Righties don't matter. Remember that. All right, 91-10 over 10 at bats. 90, 40% fly, 50 hard hit. Drops down there. Okay. Walker, you usually in a good spot. 96-20 over 10. Let's see. 30% fly, 60 hard hit. 20, it drops there. Herrera. What are you? A righty? Where the power at? We just want to see power hitters. Power hitters. Contreras and Burleson by far is your best two choices in this game. Contreras should look is the craziest. It's the craziest for sure. That by far is the craziest. You want to get that in ASAP. Diamondbacks Athletics, you definitely want to target this. Athletics park is just as little as Tampa Bay. Home run friendly park, 80 degrees, wind going out. So the best two parks you can be in is favoring them. Merrill Kelly. Am I tripping or didn't Merrill Kelly just get traded or not? I thought Merrill Kelly got traded. Why am I seeing Merrill Kelly everywhere? That's not right. Merrill Kelly do not play for them. But they saying somebody that do look like it's a righty. So again, all we can look at is, okay, righty. No, you can't do that. You got to go to select all. We do not know what this guy pitches is. Oh, man, they're going to do that. 92-20. 30% fly, 50 hard hit. 40-20-60. Brent Rooker on this righty. I don't know nothing else about it. All I can do is, and I got to put select all because I don't know what the dude pitches is. Just righties, period. How y'all hitting them? 95 exit velo. A lot of ground balls. So Brent Rooker. Oh, last 10. Ryan. Select all. Kurtz. Select all. Still got a 96-40 with a 30% fly ball, 70 hard hit at 325. Kurtz, Rooker. Select all. Don't know. Just got 90-10. Hold on. Put all. Don't matter. We don't know what pitches to isolate. What was this? Yep. So until we find something different, y'all, it's gonna be the chalk Rooker and Nick Kurtz. We don't got no hand. Same over here. They saying it might be Jacob Lopez. So what I will look at is and see in case it's a lefty. So all I can do is a lot of these games is just like don't know. Y'all had a whole day off yesterday. Get y'all shit together. 10% barrel, 30 hard hit, 30%, 60 fly, 40 hard hit. Carroll at 370 might get snap out of it. Oh, we don't know. 95-20. You've been hitting a lot of ground balls. That's the thing with Marte. He been hitting so many ground balls against lefties. 60-20. Inconsistent hard hits. 30. This is a little better there. 625. Crazy exit velocity, but that's only one at bat. Carroll looked like he might be in a decent spot if it's a lefty, and I'm at 90-10 with what made me see this? Never mind. I don't know what the fuck I was looking at. McCann, maybe. I don't know. A lot of them don't got. I mean, if you just pitch into this team though against lefties, it's a lot of red going on here for the season. But again, we don't know. We don't know. Rangers, Mariners, roof closed. 76 degrees, 3-mile-an-hour winds coming in, which won't matter. Jack leader, 11 homers, 5 to lefties, 6 to righties, about a homer a game to both hands, 10% barrels to both hands. It's just green all over for both hands. So it's even kill. So you should be able to find some, or you hoping to find some good spots. Logan Gilbert, 10 homers, 5 to lefties, 5 to righties. And again, you can look over here and identify the weak hand or weak spots to him. Rodriguez. Let's see, hold on. Anything, so you don't pitch a lot of these sinkers, so why you showing them? 99-30 in his last 10 at-bats. 30% fly, 20% 70. 20-20-60. 470. He a day late. That's how I know he about to go yard, because he was supposed to go yard yesterday. Kyle Riley at 98-20. To lefties, is there anything super dominant? No. 98-20 with a 50% fly ball. That's all you need to see with an elite level home run to fly ball, which we can see by him leading the league. More often than not, if he hit a fly ball, it's leaving the park. Simple as that. 91-10 with a lot of ground balls. A Rose Arena, 92-0. You don't pitch this sinker a lot. 98. You got the power. A lot of line drives. Suarez, you're not pitching that sinker. Last 10, 90-20. 70% fly ball, 60 hard hit, 20 home run to fly ball. Suarez might hit his first homer today with these numbers. Last 10. So the righties. Okay, so righties is all I need to focus on as far as dominant pitches. 30-30, that ain't enough. 40-40, that's a little bit more. That's a little better. I don't see what his line is, though. Josh Naylor, Polanco. This look crazy. Last 5 look crazy. Last 10 look crazy. 50% fly ball, 10% home run to fly ball, 40 hard hit. Last 5, 60-20-60. Like Polanco. He another one. Day late. At plus 500 odds. 92-20. 85-10. Oh, you a righty, so eliminate this sinker. 70%, 60-40-20. No, sir. Another righty, eliminate this sinker. 92 exit velo. 86, 30, ain't enough hard hits. 20. Where's that? Which Garver? Who's this? 92-10. He just 1 yard yesterday. Used a lefty, so none of that matters. Last 5, you can see he picking up his barrel and power. 20% fly, 40, 20, 40, 30, 10, 40. He might be in a spot again as a sneaky spot at plus 1,000. He definitely just went yard there yesterday, so I would be watching that. Canzone. Shit. No fly balls last 10. So, yeah, Julio, you got some people that's day late. What's Kyle line today? Oh, you got him at 255. Okay. Kyle Riley at 255 is I didn't think he was gonna get no good value on him. So Julio, Kyle, Polanco, and I'm gonna say this sneaky spot is Young going back to back in the same park, going against a righty yesterday who throwing a 4-seam where he just hit a piss missile yesterday. So keep that in mind. Last but not least, let's look at these weak spots for any lineups that have confirmed so far. So you can see here, we got Gavin Lux, Marte, Steer, Fraley, Benson. Fraley was somebody we did identify. Brady Singer has Drake Baldwin, Azuna, Eli White. None of them had crossed the radar. Trevor Rogers, the 3rd spot, which is Suzuki. Cade Horton, the 4th, 5th, and 7th spot, which no lineup has been confirmed yet. Jack Flaherty, I'm just basically going to go through here. Matter of fact, I'm not going to stop on everyone. I'm going to just stop on the ones where lineups is confirmed. We'll do this so at least you can pause it on those if you want to see exactly the numbers. Like I said, by now, everybody should have Prop Finder to be able to go back on here and look. I thought it was way more lineups confirmed than that. 5th for Joe Ryan, 1st and 2nd and 7th for Gavin. Carlos Rodon, 3rd, 4th, 6th. Jansen, Junk, none to the naked eye. This is a sweet spot. 500 slug with damn near 200 ISO. That is a sweet spot. That is the sweet spot. So again, I showed y'all a couple times how to identify that, even when it's claiming that it's not. Robbie Ray, third, fourth. David Peterson, none to the naked eye. Clayton Kershaw, second, third, seventh. Shane Bass, second, third, seventh, ninth. Andrew Heaney, third, fourth, fifth, ninth. Antonio Sensatella, second, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Sheesh. To be determined over here, we won't know. Tyler Anderson, first, fourth, sixth, seventh. Matthew Liberatore, third and seventh. Nick Pivetta, the second spot. Merrill Kelly, who was not performing, so there's no point even looking at that. I mean, not playing. He don't even play for them. Jack Leiter, fourth, fifth. Logan Gilbert, third, sixth. Those are your long shots. So, a lot to choose from. Pay attention to these bad weather parks. Wind coming in. You might want to pivot to total basis. I'm back live Monday, but of course, tomorrow and Sunday, I still will have the pre-records over here on YouTube. Make sure you like the stream, share the stream, subscribe. Love y'all. We back at it tomorrow.